Shadim Shuri. Let's get right into it. It is Saturday, December 21st, 2024. Incredible. Time flew. 4 days from Christmas. All right, let's start out with crypto. Bitcoin. Nice bounce right off the fib. Oh my, look at that. Can it be any more perfect of a bounce? I had ordered in to buy, to add down here, and it didn't happen. I had ordered in, last time I bought was, well, keep in mind, this is Bitcoin future. Okay, this is Bitcoin future, so it's slightly higher than the actual Bitcoin price because I have ordered in at 92.5 to add, but it never, I don't believe it got there. If it did, I didn't know about it because I did not get the notice. But as far as iBit, let's go real quick to iBit. Yeah, it didn't come down to Reflow. See, I had ordered to add iBit as well down there. It did not happen. I sell put spread. Where? Down here, 52.50. The premium wasn't that great, but it was good enough. See, 52.50. Not well. I think I get like 30 something cents for it. Not a bad trade. Okay, for a $2 spread, which is pretty good when you get 30 cents or better on a $2 spread. That's pretty decent. Now Ethereum, I missed it by $4. I had to buy before on this pullback right here. I had an order to add at 3,300, and then I changed the order to 3,100. And on this day right here, the low on Ethereum was 3,104. Well, it is what it is, but nice bounce. Once again, off key support. There are demand out there. The big boy will use any kind of excuse to do the rug pull to take away the stuff that you want to keep. So that's the worst part about crypto and stocks, okay? Because a lot of time the wild movement happen when you least expect it in the middle of the night, when you are not around to see. And best you can do is place limit order and pick your spot. Okay. So we talk about crypto. Let's take a look at MicroStrategy. Came right off the 50 MA. What a bounce, right? What a bounce. And if you're selling put spread down here, there was juice. There was plenty of juice down here. If you're brave enough to buy the share, congratulations. But be prepared to see more of this kind of craziness on MicroStrategy, okay? So, yeah, I don't have much to say, but would I outright buy the share if I see 275? Yes. But for now, I am selling put spread down there. All right, let's go to TLT. Ugly week. Can't get any uglier than this. Can you believe it? We almost get to Reflow. Just not much to say. You know, not much to say. It's been a huge miss, big disappointment, and just had to wait until next year when the economy fall apart, and it will. You know, it's. I don't know what else to say, but you know, if there's people out there that actually think the economy is fine, and the worst thing that can happen to this country, no matter if you are a Democrat or Republican, is stagflation. That's the worst thing, is when you have a bad economy and high inflation. we just had to wait until January to see what the economic data look like. Because if you follow, jobless claim this past Thursday was very healthy as far as low numbers, and job market is booming, and it's insane. It's insane what kind of data we keep seeing from the Fed every week. It makes no sense, but it is what it is. Dia, look at that. Yeah. If you short, wow. Look at that thing. Wow, right? Wow. Yeah. If you are, unfortunately, my stream last week didn't work. I had to delete it. Somehow my mic was disconnected from the computer, so there was no sound at all. But I talk about looking to short, but I'm literally on shorting because of the seasonality of the market, right? And once again, I'm a terrible shorter. Okay, when I come down to short, I miss all the time. But wow, what an ugly 2 weeks, right? How low can it go? Well, for now, it filled the gap, right? It's not random. It filled the gap and it bounced. Yeah, so now would not be the time to short. If you want to short, I would say maybe doing up there when it tests the 50 and fail. Yeah. In a bad economy, if we have a recession next year, trust me, all of these will go down a lot more. So SPY did better. Okay, it did not fill the gap down here. Okay, if down here, if you were to buy the SPY, the Fib Confluence along with the 100 MA might be the spot. But if you short, that's the spot to cover, right? For sure, the gap fill. But if you want to be a little bit greedy, the Fib, the 100 MA, that should be your spot. Hey, it rarely violates the 100, and when it did, it recovered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. It take a week. Okay, so it will happen fast if it come down there. So be ready to cover. Nasdaq. Same thing here. Well, if you want to cover, if you short, if you're lucky enough to short, down here, it's definitely the strongest of the indices. Okay, definitely the strongest one. I would be buying it. Okay, would I buy it? Would I buy the QQQ again? I have not owned the QQQ since here. Okay, I have some QQQ. I trim here. I was looking to buy the gap fill, but it never got there, and then it took off. So if it come down to the gap fill in about a week or two, maybe, for sure, the 100 MA. IWM, big crash. Oh my God. Well, if you own a lot of the small biotech, you saw this happening, right? You experienced this pain. So, see, Tom Lee was looking really smart back in November, back in Thanksgiving. I'm sure he was touting. See, told you, IWM. I said last December, that was my pick. Wrong. I'm never shy to mock Tom Lee because I don't know how he got to be so famous for being wrong so often. Hey, I wish he was right. I wish Tom Lee was right more often. Trust me, I'm rooting for Tom Lee to be right. After all, he did predict Bitcoin to be 150K 2 years ago. Yeah, he predicted Bitcoin to be 150. I mean, if you pay attention, he's predicting Bitcoin to be 250K, whatever it is. I'm like, listen, if Bitcoin behave the way he expected and come through with his prediction, Bitcoin holder would have been a lot richer today, okay, because he been that wrong on so many things. He's no better than anybody else on CNBC. Make a lot of prediction and get a lot of them wrong. I went through the entire Max 7 just on Thursday, I believe. So I'm not gonna go through it here, okay? Because they're all. If you care to go take a look at Max 7, go back that. I don't need to go there. But I can take a look at some old tech. Wow. Adobe. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I would not mind Adobe here. All right, I would not mind. Not at all. CRM. Fill the gap. Right? But I tend to want to wait until the 50. I like CRM. I like it even more if it come down to the gap fill down here. So I wouldn't touch it until I see the 50. And I would definitely touch it if I see the gap fill at 299-ish, right? And no doubt, selling put spread, if it come down to the 50, selling put spread down here will be a no-brainer. If it come down here, I might buy a few share and then sell 285, 280 put spread. IBM came down to the FIP. I'm telling you, if you don't use TA, I don't know what to tell you. If you don't use TA, you're not here. I can't imagine you follow my channel and not a believer of TA. It wouldn't make any sense because everything I do is TA related. Sure, I talk about the fundamental of the business because the best situation to buy is good fundamental and good TA. And right now, yeah, IBM bounced right off the TA here. So if you're itching to buy, you may have gotten at the right spot on the penny of the FIP. How you draw the FIP matter, right? I can't say enough. The FIP is tricky. Drawing a FIP is very tricky. One person FIP can be very different from another person. It's all dependent on where you pick your spot. If you pick your spot here, it will be different from going down to the 52-week low. The reason why I pick it here is that where it make the move, okay? So you can pick your spot. Oracle came down to the 100 MA. I was looking. I was thinking. There was just too many things going on. But yeah, I like Oracle here, right? If you are looking to take a position, maybe a nib here, for sure. Gap fill, to me, that's a no-brainer. Okay, this gap fill, because that's an area of consolidation, right? It was resistance. That was a 52-week high back then. Okay, it resists, and then boom. So yeah, that gap fill is the place. Okay, is the place. Let's talk about Cisco. I haven't talked about Cisco in a long time. Look at Cisco. Oof. It held up better than most, right? Take a look at this chart. This is it resembles like any other tech. Hey, it finally broke and touched and test the 50. Right now it's trapped between the 50 and the 20. See that? The last 2 days, last 3 days. Yeah, so watch out. If this break, we can see the ref low, gap fill, where it already bounced off that, right? So that might be the spot to buy. But I am leery. Why? It's falling out of this channel. Okay, so it was bossing through this channel, and once it fall out of the channel, it can get real ugly. So I'm not a fan. Not a fan. All right, let's move on to pharma. FV. Would I buy FV at 171? Sell put spread down here? Yes. Would I? Yeah, it's. I'm not gonna go through a whole lot of big pharma or biotech chart because they all struggle. They all look the same. Okay. Very much the same. They all bounce. As weak as they did, they bounce. The one that took it on the chin is Vertex. Of the news of their phase 2 result came down. Yeah, this is actually a very positive sign. When you see a big gap down like this and it's green, that means that on both days it went lower and closed higher, right? So there is buying pressure coming in. That shows you support. Okay. It's very rare that you see a big gap down that have a green. Go and look at many chart that you follow. Okay, this Vertex have a lot of support here. I'm waiting for the dust to settle to add more to it. It is at key support, so came down to it test the 52-week low, right? It blast past it, and now it's hanging right around that level. So I like it. NVO, oh boy. What's bad for NVO is good for other weight loss. Yeah, that's ugly. Okay, now 78.4 is the fib. Wow, so sad. So sad. Look at that thing. It came down to, look, it's not random, okay? It came down to what was 52-week high, an area of consolidation, right? So, I don't hate it here, okay? It's, their drugs. What's bad for NVO is the oncoming competition, because there will be competition, not just from Viking, but there will be other competition, and if other competition next year have better data, watch out. Okay, so if you have NVO, I say take your loss and move on, right? So I think NVO is definitely not something that I would champion as go get it. Let's talk banks. Coming down, not enough. I was waiting, okay? I was waiting. I would love to see this right here, the confluence between that gap and the 100 MA, right? But yeah, selling put spread 525. Let's see, is there any juice? I didn't get a chance to do it, but on Monday I might. 525, not enough juice, okay? Because if you're doing a 525, 520, you might get a dime, and not worth your hassle, okay? If it's 20 cents or better, yes, but right now too far away. No, it need to come down more. Morgan Stanley. Same thing, okay? Not quite enough. It did come down. Both Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley came down to what was previous 52-week high, right? And bought up. It need to come down more, okay? So it's getting more attractive, a lot more attractive than when it was up there. But 10% is not enough, okay? 10% is not enough. I want 15%. I want 20%. I want bargain, okay? Bank of America, same thing. They're all, like I said, I don't need to go through any more financial. They all look the same. Trust me, they all look the same, right? They all did not fill the gap. In general, it's kind of Visa, of course, behave way better than most banks, right? It's not chasing it here. If it come down to the 50 MA, then yes. Last financial TD is still hanging around. Yes, it did went lower compared to this beating here, but not much. Okay. On the bad news, it bounced off the white line, which is important. That's key. All right. The fact that it sit on the white line for the past 3 days and then violated quickly and it bounced. That's not bad. I like it. I like TD. Would I add to TD in the future? The answer is yes. How much? We will have to see. But that white line is key. That's the big channel. See this big downtrend here. Okay, buying here. You're looking at potentially a 10%. Okay, but this channel is a 10% channel, so it's not like a huge potential winner, but 10%. No rush to get 10% return. Let's take a look at energy. USO. Oh. Down here, easy peasy selling put, 68 and below. Up here, no. Absolutely not. Okay, absolutely not. I'm not doing anything there. Remember Chevron, I said make no sense. I bought a put, cash out, and boy, I could have waited. Well, the put that I bought was a short-term put. It was I bought that put up here. Okay, so I didn't have, sure, if it was going out for 2 months, sure, I wouldn't need to. But the fact that it was a 2-week put, the best I would have gotten was down here because I bought it up there. Okay, so yeah, I could not have participated in this dropping, but this makes no sense. Why was Chevron up here? Why? Can anyone explain to me why Chevron was up here? That's why I bought the put. I'm just like, this is stupid. Now it makes sense, okay? Okay, take a look at the competition. Yeah. I call ExxonMobil was ahead, okay? The nonsense on Exxon was ahead of Chevron, and then it, yeah. No thanks. There's no reason to be in these stocks. None. Oxy, continue. Where's Warren Buffett? Remember, I started to talk about Warren Buffett long before here, right? See, that was Warren Buffett up here, 57, 58. For the past 3 or 4 months, I've been mocking. Well, I was not making fun of Warren Buffett. I just said that the fact that he's not coming out with any press release that he's been adding and buying Oxy hand over fist. I'm waiting for the press release to say that he dumped billions and billions and billions of dollar value of Oxy. Yeah, no. There is no reason to be in energy. None. Unless you're talking about LNG. Even LNG came down. Liquefied natural gas. It come down. Would I buy at the gap fill? Yes. That gap fill right here with the 100 MA, I like. NG. Natural gas. Bossing. Don't ask me why. Does that mean that CTRA is bossing? It is not. Hey now. Time to buy. I'm buying on Monday. Okay, I like it. Now, Chesapeake has changed. Ticker symbol because they merged with somebody. What is the company's new name? Expand energy. Expand energy. Let's see what the ticker is. Expand. EXE. That's Chesapeake. I gotta remember that. Expand. Expand behave better than CTRA, right? But yeah, I like CTRA based on what natural gas is doing. Let's take a look at that natural gas chart again. Yeah, me likey CTRA, right? This is 3-year high? Oh no, not 3-year high, but 2-year high. Okay, this is right here is the January of last year. So yeah, we're getting close to 2-year high here. It could be a breakout. Look at that breakout. Woo! Yeah. Let's do a quick comparison. Compare with CTRA. Yeah. See this? When natural gas is bossing, CTRA went crazy. So yeah, I like it. I like CTRA here. Yeah, I mean, granted, right now, CTRA has came down in sync with what, but if there is a breakout, in natural gas like it did way back 3 years ago, CTRA can be a 50% return kind of stock. Okay, so yeah, I like it. I like what I see here with CTRA. Let's end this on gold and gold related stuff. Gold came down to the fib, bounced nicely. I like, hey, if you like gold for the mess that can happen next year, yeah, regardless of what's going on with recession or stagflation or political chaos, you name it, I think there's a future to keep on adding to gold, right? So I like GDX, I like gold. Yeah, GDX came down hard, but yeah, I like GDX here. Okay, I mean, I like it here, of course. I talk about it, right? And you got the hammer, and yeah, if you don't have enough GDX, I'm nowhere near maximum amount of GDX. Okay, I have room to add about 25% more into my position. So I've been selling put spread. How about silver? Silver. Now is the time. Okay, it filled the gap. Look at that. It filled that gap nicely right there. See that? Yeah. Add the silver. Add the silver. Okay. To me, I am more inclined to add the silver here instead of gold, and I am more inclined to add to silver here over GDX as well. So if I had to pick something to buy in the metal area, it will be silver. Silver over gold, silver over GDX. Okay, so that's my plan.